out now, 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dublin Celtic Tigers.
Let's go. Let's do this. Nine the mic. Not today, you are. Not today.
A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give, right side. It's Freeman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go. 30 base. 53 ready.
This time Elway will throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Prescott from the gun. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one. Completed it. No yardage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action? Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right? No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly. Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, Freeman. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
12 yards on the return that time. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Chance. Hatchet. Kill. Shift. Watch the shift. Sponge. Leo.
On 2nd down, Elway. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Slam. Shit. Roll out. Hey, check 24.
To throw is Elway. There again is Cooks, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Alert 3. Mike, 53. Pick it up.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Here we go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check nickel. Watch out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And that's knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now a give right side. It's Freeman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
47. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw. Prescott. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Check 99. Check 99.
After the interception, here's Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
On the ready.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
On the double. 53 is the mark. Tackles. Hey, lock it. Go on. Hit it.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, Elway. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, Charlie. Check 53 's mine. Check 53. Hard. Come up the ball. Hard. Check 37. Check 37. Check. Hey, zoom. Check hot route. Hot. 53 's the mic. 53 's the mic.
Elway to throw on second. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Recon, 152 fighter. 53's the mic. 50. Hey, Delta. And let's get it. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Elway, flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Freeman. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 6. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
To throw is Prescott. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And he's got Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball.
And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. Room here to run. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
To put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
61, matchbox, light.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Elway. He's got his tight end fan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ready? 53, Mike. Let's win.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Elway. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, Elway. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Prescott to throw it. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll eat some clock with Freeman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Prescott. It's complete to Hopkins. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Check 25. Check 25. Switch. Here we go, 47. 26.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott gets it off to Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Here we go, 48.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Here's Elway. He gets it to Cooks. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Protein spill.
Throwing now is Elway. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Fant. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. Bravo. Christian Travis.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
He's back to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going on 4th. It's Elway. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Shoot.
Elway to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that won't buy them much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Falcons, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for the Dubliners, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside...
I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds.